We've got garlic, and we've got blue cheese, but it doesn't have to be blue cheese. We've got peas, which have been used from yesterday, from Christmas Day and left over. Thinly sliced couple of onions, and these are some leftover Brussel sprouts that I've finely chopped. But it can just as easily be leeks, anything you like, because this is no set measurements, it's what you like. Now,
Big Al,
yes,
can I just ask you one question? Is the Brussels sprouts cooked or not cooked?
These are not cooked.
Right, okay.
So what we're going to do, we're going to just let them get a bit warmed up in the frying pan in batter first, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to call this pie because I invented it today.
Well, it's vegetarian, isn't it?
It is vegetarian. I reckon what we ought to call this, my favourite TV chefs. This has got to be vegetarian hairy pie.
Yeah, I reckon.
All right, so this is vegetarian hairy pie.
Right, okay.
Right, smash our bits and pieces here, get rid of the skin. Okay.
Got to get rid of your skin, haven't you? Cause
Yes, no skin, mate, because it makes it go a bit bitter. Actually, the other way around. If you cook a garlic in its skin, it's quite sweet.
So what you do?
You don't need to. I'm just chopping the garlic roughly. It doesn't have to be too fine. Just roughly. Okay.
Yeah,
and I'm going to actually chuck that in with my onions there.
Well, you put in the onions.
Yeah, at this point, because we're going to sweat. We're going to sweat the onions because they're not pre-cooked, and we're going to sweat the Brussels sprouts. Okay, mate?
Yeah.
Here we go. Right, that's good enough. Okay, how's that looking now? Okay, I'm just going to put the garlics and the onions into a frying pan with butter, just to sweat it a little bit, very low. You don't want to do this too fast in case you burn the butter. So we give that a few minutes to sweat. Okay, so now this is starting to sweat down my old flour. It's only had a moment or so with the onions. I'll put them in first because they're a little bit longer. Chuck in the uncooked Brussels sprouts. If the Brussels sprouts or the leeks are in fact already been cooked once, then don't do this stage. This is just to sweat it all down a bit and give it a head start in the pie. Mix it in. It only takes a few moments, this does. There we go. Beautiful. I tell you what, this is bloody tasty. I can't believe it, how simple it was. So that's had a minute or two out, and it's just softened it up beautifully. You can see that's already looking different. Actually, it smells. I've already made the pie base in short crust pastry, just a little pie tin, okay? And I've got the lid ready to go on. I'm going to fill this with a combination of onions, garlic, and Brussels sprouts. And a few of the peas left over from yesterday, already cooked these are. And then I'm going to sprinkle the blue cheese, but you don't have to use blue cheese. Some people don't like blue cheese. Any soft cheese that will melt into the food. Okay then. Okay.
Is that just a basic short crust pastry?
Just ordinary short crust pastry as per Lily Longman's cookery book.
Right.
Straightforward. This actually isn't in Lily Longman's book, but it's gonna be. It should have been. Here we go then. You shooting now?
Yeah.
So we just put some of this in. I don't want too much of the juice. It needs to be a little bit on the dry side. Okay, for that, hang on. We just spread this around. Okay. Now we're going to put in a few of the peas. Don't have to put peas in. The beauty of this is you can put what the hell you like in this pie.
Could you put carrots in? Any vegetables that are left over?
I would only use carrots if they've already been cooked already, because they take a bit longer to cook from raw than these ingredients. All right.
Okay.
Now we're going to put in the rest of the what's here. Not much. Might as well fill it up.
Oh, you put the top on with more of the
you can layer
sprouts,
it. You can layer it.
or whatever the vegetables.
Whatever's left over. I've got a saying in my house, mate, as you well know, little Al. Waste not, want not.
I know. The thing is, see, the viewers can't smell it, but I can.
I'm sorry about that. I did bath this morning, you know.
Nothing to do with you bathing. The food smells absolutely gorgeous. I can smell it.
Right, here we go then. And just,
Can't wait
just
to eat
little
it,
bits of this around here. Doesn't matter where. It's about an ounce, 1.5 ounces. If it's blue cheese, because blue cheese is quite strong, and this just melts inside the pie. Oh, and it's lovely. Okay.
It smells gorgeous.
You'll notice at this stage I've not put any salt or pepper in. This is because some of the ingredients, if they were cooked the day before, have already been salt and peppered. But having done this far now, I just want to give a nice sprinkling of salt. Not a lot. There we go. Right. Oops. That's it. Right. Now, just a quick, just on the edge here.
That's so the pastry sticks, yeah?
Yeah. So when I shove the lid on, I've already set the oven to 185 degrees.
Right.
On goes our lid. Okay. Okay, Al, so far?
Okay.
So, I've just drawn it together. No guarantee this works, but if anyone's an awful cook like me, mate, it never sticks. But there you go. Just put a little bit on there. Just to bind it together, as we say. No need to be clever. And then...
So this is what you cook, what's fairly rustically done, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just rustic. It's just a simple pie. Don't matter if it's a bit bumpy on top, it's all as to the character. You don't need to make a hole in the top either, because there's not a lot of liquid in this.
So you don't have to put an air hole in the top?
No air holes. Some people from the north like air holes, but down the south we don't bother. Right?
Is that why you call it hairy pie? Because it's got no air holes in it?
It's hairy pie because I love the old hairy bikers on the old telly. They make me laugh. So here we go, a little egg wash, and I'm not going to use a face flannel for this. I know it's called a wash.
Just use your, you paintbrush.
Now, as far as cooking time goes, it's 185 degrees on your oven, or moderate oven, and you cook it only until the pie is pastry is cooked. Okay, here we go. Right, now it looks to me like it's done. That's what I call a nice bit of pie. Now that looks a treat, doesn't it? This is the moment of truth.
And what do you call this one again?
This is the vegetarian hairy pie.
Yeah, look at that, eh? It's looking pretty good, isn't it? I'm bloody hungry. It smells gorgeous, Al.
Tell you what, it's not bad pastry, that.
Short crust.
How's that look?
Hey, looks pretty good, mate. Straight out the oven.
There we go.
Look at that.
Nice drop of gravy.
Oh dear me, look at that.
So there we've got mashed potatoes from yesterday, buttered carrots and swede from yesterday, and the obvious.
The hairy pie.
No money cost today. There you go.
Brilliant. Let's sit down and eat.
Oh, come on.
Come on in now.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, that was all right, wasn't it?
I'll tell you what, it was bloody lovely. And I really mean that.
Well, we've got to say that because when all these cooks go on, it's always wonderful. Nothing's ever bad. Have you ever noticed that on television?
Yeah.
It's never bad.
That came straight out the oven now. You cooked it, and it was the best hairy pie I've ever had.
Well, it's only a hairy pie because it's the northeast of England. I'm thinking of where my favourite chefs come from.
Yeah, well, the bikes. But no, it really is. You know, it's something I like about it.
Yeah.
Well, you not all your leftovers, but not only that.
That's true.
It's vegetarian.
But you can put meat in it if you want. You've got any leftover pork or chicken, chuck it in. It's a bit like the Roman pie in the Lily Longman book. except that one is designed with pasta and white meats, whereas this is all vegetarian, anything you want. Just play with it. That's another one on the blooming box then.
Tell you what, look at that, I'm catching up to you, Big Al.
See you, mate. All right, let's get on.
Let's go on.